So we are going to solve some common questions of GCE, IGCSE, and also KCPE. So for students, follow through. So I have 2a plus bracket b minus b, b minus a minus 2b. So this sign here, we remove out the bracket and now have 2a plus b minus a minus 2b. So that is the first step that we do. The second step, we collect like terms. I have 2a minus a plus b minus 2b. 2a take away a is a. b minus 2b is minus b. So this is the solution. And this becomes the answer. Question 2. Evaluate. Bracket 64 out of 125 raised to the power of -3. So the first thing that we look at the power. The power is negative. So if the power is negative, we get the reciprocal of what is inside the bracket. And now we shall have 125 out of 64, but now raised to the power of +1 out of 3. So immediately you get the reciprocal. The power becomes positive. Any number, if I have, for instance, a raised to the power of a third, it is the same as a cube root. So meaning if I have this, then it means I am getting the cube root of this. Therefore, it is the same as saying 125 out of 64, everything written under the cube root sign. Now, what is the cube root of 125? It is 5. What is the cube root of 64? It is 4. And because this is an improper fraction, then you can go ahead and simplify it to have one whole number, 1 out of 4, as your solution. This is the answer. I believe you follow through. Question 3. Question 3. It is talking about gradients and the relationship between perpendicular lines. Given that lines 3y equal to x plus 6 and y equal to kx plus 12 are perpendicular, find the value of k. What is the key term? What is the key terminology here? Perpendicular. For perpendicular lines, then we know that one gradient, m1, multiplied by the second gradient, m2, it gives us -1. And if they are perpendicular, if I may sketch, then I'm talking about this. That if this is my line 1 that has gradient of m1, this is my line 2 that has gradient of m2, they are meeting at 90 degrees. So that is it when we talk about perpendicular lines. Now, can we go ahead and try to solve? So we first of all express these equations in the form y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient. M is the gradient, while c is the y-intercept. While c is the y-intercept. Now, when I try to write the first equation, 3y, in the form y is equal to mx plus c, so therefore I have 3y is equal to x plus 6. So I divide both sides by 3, everything throughout the equation by 3 like that. 3 and 3, 1, 1. So y is equal to a third x plus 3 here 1, 3 here 2, plus 2. Now what do I have? Here, it means if this is my line m, this is line 1, then it's m1, its gradient, m1 is equal to a third. Then we go ahead and try to solve for m2 of the other line. So line L2, its gradient, its equation says y is equal to kx plus 12. Now, can we go ahead and find the gradient of this line? already we have m1 is a third, but then we don't have m2. But because they are perpendicular, then we use this rule that m1 multiplied by m2 must give us -1. So m1 is a third times m2. I am supposed to get that. So what do we have? We have a third m2 is equal to -1. Multiply both sides by 3. I multiply both sides by 3. So 3 and 3 will go. 3 and 3 will go. Now what do I have? I will have m2 is equal to -3. When I write the equation of line 2, y is equal to kx plus 12, this is my m. Meaning, m2 is equal to k, which is equal to -3. Therefore, the value of k is equal to -3, and that becomes your solution. I hope you follow through and it helps you to revise. Equations of straight line, gradient, and the relationship of straight line, especially when you're talking about perpendicular straight lines. Question 4. Question 4 talks about factorization. We are being asked to factorize completely. Now when I look at question 4, I have 6ax, 4ay, 2b. We factorize it based on looking at the numbers first. So 6ax minus 4ay plus 2by. What is common? And remember, we have to factorize completely. We have to factorize it completely. So as we look at this, look at the numbers first. 2, 6, 4, and 2. Therefore, 2 is a common factor. 2 is a common factor. Looking at the letters, we don't have a common factor. There is a here, there is a here, there is no a here. There is x here, no x, no x. There is y, there is no. So into bracket, 2 into 6 is 3a x minus 2 into 4 is 2a y plus b y. Do you have another common factor that can go into the values in bracket? No. Since there is no common factor, then this becomes our solution on how to factorize that particular equation. About factorizing the expression above, which is 6ax minus 4ay plus 2b. Thank you and follow through.